who are we as Americans? Where did we come from? What is rugged individualism? What is American exceptionalism? Where does this all come from? How did it develop? How did we get here? I didn't know. I didn't even give an answer that would have been really good. But going past that, I started to read. It spurred something in me that I was sitting here around somebody writing a constitution that it never happened before us. We threw off the yoke of tyranny, of despotism, and we had the chance to just go right back into it, the way it has always done through history. We took the time to stop, to pull back, to research, to learn, to look at what has worked in this world, and to actually apply Judeo-Christian beliefs to a constitution, and then to a Bill of Rights. And as it is endowed by your Creator, you are endowed to equal opportunity, equal chance, not equal outcome. And that's kind of where we are at now. You've got, my God, you could trace it all the way back to Nikita Khrushchev. He said, "We will take you without a shot being fired. We will take you from within." Now you take it through Ronald Reagan, Gorbachev, the wall, perestroika. When the wall came down, did we win the Cold War? Was it over? No. I say no. I say it let communism out. The Cold War was basically to stop us from going to war in the middle of Europe, tanks facing each other, nuclear war. Yeah, that's one option. But the thing is, the Cold War was an economic war as well as it was a civilization war. We beat Russia. We had superior navies, we had superior air forces, and we had great armies. But the thing was, we destroyed them financially when they went into Afghanistan, when we supported the Taliban then. Now, we destroyed them economically. Now, are we not Russia? Are we not at that point where we're engaged in Afghanistan, where we're out there expending money we do not have? We're borrowing it from countries all over the place. Now you see Putin, within the past 2 years, put almost $900 billion into their navy. They have aircraft carriers. They have navies now. And he has proposed bases in Vietnam, in Seychelles, in Cuba. Is that not retracing the Cold War and going to reclaim victory for himself and rub our faces in it? They have planes, they have nuclear planes up in Alaska piercing our veil up there. They're starting to play the war games again, getting us to scramble, getting us to do this, all that, and he's thumbing his nose at us. And you've got a president. Last time he saw him down in Mexico, did you not see them when he came out of that room where Putin is sitting there looking at him, at Obama, and Obama will not look? If Putin's sitting over here, Obama's just looking this way like a insolent child who just got whipped. I've been in those rooms and I've watched these people talk to each other. They're a sheer domination. And it's basically, that man was owned. Is that American? Is that something you could look at your child and say, you are going to be like that man. That man has made it in this country. Strive to be this man. No, that is not America. We don't even know his transcripts. We don't even know where he's come from. We don't even know his social security number. I got off on a tangent there. But now you've got a lot of these people in the Tea Parties. I want to kind of make a little reference here to the revolutionary guys who go out there and give all, who were at Valley Forge, who wrapped their feet in bandages and bled on the snow as they fought and ran, knowing they're losing the battles, but knowing they're living to fight another day. Now, everybody I know who really means this movement, that has been keeping this movement alive, has given it all. I know in my life, in what I have done, in the past few years, in starting to understand from when I was in Iraq and I figured out I better start learning who the hell I am. I better learn what my country was. I have taken it for granted. Yes, I'm a SEAL, I'm here, I'm fighting for it, and I understood patriotism, but I better know my history, because if I do not know my history, if I don't know who I am, somebody else will tell me who I am, and I may believe them. If we do not define ourselves on the world stage, the rest of the world will define us, and that's what they're doing now. I have given everything to this movement. I go out, I don't ask for money, I don't ask for anything. And a lot of other people who go out there and do this, the people who are in these tents, the people who come to these things, who frequent them, who try to push them, do it at their own expense. And the thing is, that is America. When you have nothing, you give, and then you give again. And you keep on giving, and you go out there and you fight that fight every single day, and when you've got nothing left, you get back up and you fight again. You have to understand what America is to you. Now, it's reading your weapons. Russia, socialism around the world, Islam, they know that they cannot beat us with bombs, bullets, or guns. Come on up. Now, ready, drop, do 20. Push them out. They know they're not going to beat us with bombs, bullets, or guns. Now they must come at us and they must unravel the underpinnings of your values, of your religions, of your God. Because if we do not have faith, if we do not have belief in each other, if we do not understand, because the Bible, what the Bible is, what it means to me, it's describing love. That is God. And it's what binds us to each other. It's what binds us together on that battlefield. It's why you go back when you know you're going to lose and you're probably going to die. It's what binds you to that man next to you when you stand shoulder to shoulder and say, let's go. Roger that, let's go get him, get back in that fight. We need to understand that as a people, and doing that has to do with education. We have to read the Bible. We have to start educating ourselves on founding principles. Me, I've come closer to faith these days by reading the founders. I've always had trouble going straight through the Bible, but going through the founders and understanding the stuff they went through brought me a lot closer to understanding my faith and what it is. Because those people had war on their doorstep. They understood that they leave, their family members may not be there when they get back. Their house may be burnt down. Their crops may be gone. The first Revolutionary War was a civil war. I argue right now, we are engaged in a cold civil war. A cold war because it's not hot. There's not bombs, bullets, and guns being thrown around at each other in our country. They're trying to separate us via race. They're trying to separate the haves and the have-nots. If they could undo the tethers, the binding that bring us together, they will undo everything. So, it's about unity. It's about understanding your history and where you come from. Because I say, we're almost already slaves. That, the First Amendment, the Bill of Rights, First Amendment is almost gone. They're coming after our religion. They're coming after us to say things. They're trying to force things on us. Now, to go for a redress of grievances, you're not getting it. If you get in the way of a congressman going to the Capitol, you can get arrested. And the Second Amendment. People don't understand what the Second Amendment means because they've never had to defend it. Military guys, you understand this. The Second Amendment means you might have to someday take up guns against your own government, your own countrymen, people who look to hold you down, to turn you into a slave. That is, wow, there's an echo. The Second Amendment is the scariest damn thing out there, but the thing is, it's given to you. It was given to us by our founders, and it is something to live and die upon. It is something that you should be this close at all times. It's not just for hunters. It's not just for NRA people. It's for all Americans. There should be guns in every household because those people are coming for you. The government now, NDAA, the executive orders that are coming out, everything that's coming down from the government is trying to strip you of your ability to bear arms, your ability to, there's surveillance techniques, things I used back 6 years ago. Wow, getting old. Things I was using 6 years ago overseas, the technology, the Quartering Act, in the Bill of Rights. You don't have to put them in your house, but the thing is now, in your house, they know how much electric you use. They could know where you are. They could know exactly what you're doing, every keystroke. They're inside your head. They're not just inside your house. They're inside your phones. They're inside your computers. They're everything you see with FCC on it. Federal Communications Commission. Why does a light bulb have an FCC on it? Think about it. I dare you. But with the Second Amendment, you have to understand, within the legal extent of the law, you have to be able to be ready to do what Thomas Jefferson said, that the tree of liberty is almost every 25 years will have to be bathed with the blood of tyrants and patriots. It's not something that's nice. It's not something that makes me feel good to say. But we have to be ready to do those things. We are at the edge of those things. Because if we lose this election, it all goes away. Even if we do win this election, we have to change the heart of man. We have to restart the American psyche. You have to talk to your neighbors, your friends, get to know them. Talk to them not on, I'm a Republican, Mitt Romney. No. Talk to them on what you identify with them with. Because there's so many things that you could look at a Democrat that'll vote for Obama and within the black community. They're conservative. You just identify on a humanistic basis, and then all of a sudden you can go, those are Republican values. You're a conservative, not a Republican. I think the Republicans are absolutely lost their mind. And they're the establishment. And most of what's going on with Republicans is just managed decline. We'll lose it anyway if we stay on that track. Third party or not, I don't know. Now, what's going on now in the Middle East? You've got Benghazi, which just happened. I was on Fox this morning. And they were looking at, the government has been leaking information and using special operations. I did the video, OPSEC, where there was special operations and intelligence agency guys who came out against the leaks in the government. That the administration, Obama, Republicans, Democrats, it doesn't matter. Out there on the field of battle, if there's leaks out there and they know we're coming or they know to step around us, Republicans or Democrats, we all die. It doesn't matter. Now with Benghazi, you saw the willful disregard for intelligence and also redeployment of assets to Egypt. They didn't do it. There was requests. The CIA station chief requested, and they knew of Al-Qaeda, the Ansar al-Sharia was there, and they were starting to do operations, and they were operational. And this administration absolutely knew about it and would not put forward the apparatus to keep them safe. Now, the willful disregard of giving intelligence to people and putting assets where they need to be is almost worse than leaks to use us as a political tool to attack somebody. Now, they're leaking information saying spec ops are going in. And they're also saying that they're going after Ansar al-Sharia. That's leaking again. Willful disregard, leaking again. This is getting Americans killed. I lost 2 friends that day in Benghazi. This is insane. Military guys, you got to start talking to your people around you. They have to understand what operational security is. Within your family, within your relationships. There's things you say and things you don't say. But we need to start standing up. And when the election happens, on November 6th, that's only the first day. This is all fun because we're all charged up. When Obama loses and we get our guy in there, that's at least a brief respite. So we get to start again on day 1 to get going back out there. It all starts over. Guys, you got to give and give again. Fight and fight again. This is coming down, and there's a lot of stuff coming, whether it's economy, whether it's world war, whether it's civil unrest. You've got all that stuff coming. I can't say enough. Get out there and do it again. Thanks, guys.